it's downtime. It's okay. He can
Yeah.
do his own downtime later.
All
You know, like I said, I'm pretty sure at the end of last session he said something.
No.
If
I
he
don't think so.
if he did, I completely forgot about it.
Me too.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's downtime.
me too.
Cherry's
it's-
probably gaslighting us.
Okay, so yeah,
Well,
last
time to actually
session.
launched the game.
Last session, you guys reconvened with Durnan and his forces at the castle. Or more like they reconvened with you. And you filled them in on the situation. And you all helped clean up the events that took place at Parnast. Getting rid of the bodies best you could, treating the civilians and cleaning out the castle, finding what supplies and items you could inside. Came to understand and find your way around the castle. And yeah, conversations ensued, and then shortly after, you guys made your way back towards Waterdeep, where the Harpers had cast a dome, an illusory dome of sorts, to hide the castle on the outskirts of Waterdeep, quite a ways away. And you know, with the castle successfully hidden for now, you guys meeting back up at the Yawning Portal, relaxing after a long, stress-filled couple days. You've all found the time to relax, had a good night's sleep, and you're all awake with the city at your beck and call.
Mac, what? Quick question.
Yeah.
What room was I in?
Not Ben.
You were not in Ben's room. You were in the room. You were in the room across.
So if I go in there, Ben's there, and he's not here, you know?
I'm concerned.
Okay. Well.
Yes.
Oh shit, good
he's here.
timing.
Oh no! Consent!
Good timing. Welcome.
He heard that you wanted to enter.
Yeah. Wacko. Casper wanted a snuggle buddy.
It's not gay.
If you are
Also,
talking, we can't hear.
there you
There we go.
Hey, sorry, my guys. I had to do dinner and got distracted.
No sweat. We
Not forgiven.
we literally just
Unforgivable.
You didn't miss anything.
Am I dead?
not yet.
No,
No,
you're
but
about to
there's
get
a
possibly
wild
molested.
Aspen in your room about to be snuggling, no
How do you
doubt.
feel about unconsensual snuggling?
Very, very uncool.
Okay, so before we get to that, so Aspen, Durnan has shown you to your room along with everyone else to theirs, and he says to you, if you need anything, don't be afraid to come down and let me know.
Yo, I need the wacko, I need the dollar.
I need my dollar body pillow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wacko wasn't a part of this conversation.
Lucky Wacko.
What have I done?
No, Lucky Wacko, you weren't a part of the conversation.
Ah, very good.
It involved crusty body pillows. Yeah.
Let's ignore that.
Was that just the sound of you kind of busting, Wacko?
That's me wanting to kill myself.
Clearly Casper isn't an aficionado of The Simpsons, because that was 100% such a Bob.
Thank
stepping on a-
you.
yeah.
Anyways, you have your room, Aspen and everyone else.
I'm just joking, okay?
Or is he?
And you all tuck in for a good night's rest if there's nothing else you would like to do. It's about 10 at night. I would say you guys have spent majority of the evening just relaxing, talking to each other and such. So, if there's nothing anyone wants to do, then...
Oh, I want to start tinkering with the dragon's head.
Okay, what exactly are you trying to do with it?
Make it fit for a warforge. I'm gonna start on the body.
Okay.
Oh my god, I just realized. It's oh, fuck it, I can't be bothered finding a gift. It's just the dragon head from Minecraft. He's just trying to put redstone in it.
Yeah.
My
I,
thought
uh,
process is that the dragon head is
Isn't
just so
that-
big that he's just attaching arms and legs to the dragon head, and that's just the body.
No.
I'm finally back. By
Howdy.
the way, it took me like 5 minutes to boot up Opera. Maybe.
Your internet
does-
is
Some
dying.
Yeah.
random Forza.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're back.
Fucking decking.
Oh god, it got worse.
Yeah, but so Mac, for every bit of downtime, I just wanna use my time on that.
Okay.
And just like keep steadily going away on the head.
Okay. Alright. I won't get you to roll anything, but it's going to take time to do so.
Yeah, I know.
What time would I be talking to Dun till?
Uh, probably about midnight.
Okay.
Nerd.
Anything with me and Yula?
What was that? You sort of lagged a bit there.
Yeah.
Anything? Does Yula talk to me about anything?
You guys are talking. Do you want to talk about anything particular?
Hey, I get a new body pillow.
Uh-oh.
I think
When you tell your
Since
crush
she knows
about your
what
new
they
body
better.
pillow.
Sorry, what was
since
that?
she knows what I do better, I'm gonna ask if there's any places where I can learn medicinals without magic.
Okay.
Cool.
She says,
It's kind of the point.
yes, there are a few places. I know the basics, so I could teach you the basics if you want, but for anything more...
Because
For anything more
That'd
of
be-
the professional standards, you would need to go. There are a few hospitals in the city that do offer some training of sorts.
Are there some
that'd be
hippies?
lovely. The more ways I can heal my friends that may not hurt me with magic I should learn. I shouldn't have to rely on magic all the time.
Yes. I would say your healing has been going well, so I would say about another week of this and you should be fine. But even so, after that week is up, don't exert yourself.
I'll do my best. But there are many arduous battles ahead.
She sighs and then says, well, if you want to be ready for those battles, you've got to get some rest. Go on.
That is the wisest choice. I head up to bed.
Okay. Anyone else? No?
Nah.
Okay. So, you guys all finish a long rest. It's a new day. It's about 7, 8 in the morning. By the time you guys wake up. So, as I said before, the city is yours for you to do essentially whatever you would like for a while.
Mac, do I need any supplies for fixing the dragon's head?
You've got. You can make tools, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
I don't. You said you were trying to
make it more appropriate for Warforged body.
Okay, then I would assume that you just need to. We'll say you chip away at it first with like tools and such. So as for right now, you won't need any materials.
Yes. Just tell me when I need materials and then I go out.
Sure.
I don't need anything to make a holy symbol, do I?
No, you don't. You don't need anything to make one. You can go to one of the churches.
Okay.
There are churches within the city that do house the religions of multiple gods.
I'll spend a bit of time go get a holy symbol.
Okay.
Because seeing as I had my shield stripped, I was basically useless. I'm thinking of doing something. Does it cost me anything for the symbol?
It costs you 1 silver.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna take
When-
off.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask, when was our meeting gonna be with the Harpers and the King?
About 3 weeks. Max said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donan said that it takes time to organize these things, given how busy the king is right now. So he would inform you all when a time would be available.
Question, Mac. My plate armor. What parts of my armor are like? What theoretically? What do I have that's included with the plate armor, besides a chest piece and such?
Well, plate armor is a full suit of metal armor.
Okay, so I have like gauntlets.
Yeah, you have gauntlets, chest plate, leggings, the entire shtick.
Okay, I'm gonna actually get a second holy symbol.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Okay.
So another silver, and I'm gonna head over to a blacksmith.
All right.
Why would you head over to a blacksmith?
I'm gonna take off my gauntlets. That includes the arm guard, right?
Yep.
It's like the gloves and the arm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put both of my gauntlets down. I say, "Can you forge these onto these?" As I hand them the holy symbols.
I suppose so. I'm assuming this is some cleric schmick.
Yeah.
Right.
Losing it was on my shield before, and I had to lose it, and that kind of made me a bit useless for a while. Don't kind of just make them a bit sneaky, maybe under the arms or something. So even if I am caught, like they won't know it's there unless they look.
Right. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'll see what I can do.
No sweat, no sweat. Do you want a down payment or?
No, it should be fine. Come back in about an hour or so. It should be done
Cool,
then.
cool. No sweat. Thank you.
All right.
Back to the portal. Yawning portal.
Okay.
I just look very weird without gauntlets.
Yeah, you're covered entirely, but you just got your gauntlet, your dragonborn claws just hanging out of this metal armor. Is anyone else doing anything in particular?
How many days do we have? Do you think,
Um,
21 days.
About 2 weeks to a month of downtime.
we gonna be going through all of it?
We're going to be glossing over. I sort of just want to know your guys' main things that you want to do, sort of, and then we can just sort of ad lib the majority of it.
Alright. In that case, Mori would probably be going back to the Blackstaff Tower. And in this case, specifically trying to delve into knowledge about giant runes and the giant language itself.
Okay.
Learning giant, hopefully in the process, giant like 4 times there.
Okay. Do you want the assistance of one of the? Do you want the assistance of Paul Leader?
Paul Leader? I would love the assistance of Paul Leader. Really
Okay.
does help having a Rune Knight giant fighter
Yes.
that I completely forgot about as of about 20 seconds ago.
That's why I reminded you.
Yeah, and while I'm at it, try and research magic tattoos in the process.
Okay. Alright, so you head back. You don't see any familiar faces. Seems like relatively new students wandering around the tower. Um, from where you're going and such, you don't see any teachers. Just studious students.
I don't get to meet Tasha again?
Unless you look for her, then no.
You want to learn about her cauldron and everything?
Haha.
Accordingly, Tasha is actually a conjuration mage.
She has a cauldron. She makes it.
Mm.
Okay, so for general info about the giant runes and such, actually what I'm going to do is I will send information relating to it after session,
Okie dokie.
just so it doesn't clog up time now.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. It's what Mori would be doing. I don't really mind doing it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has time, I'll tag along with Lucia up to Neverwinter as well.
Okay, so
I was gonna ask Mori for some help doing some research on Dolo's condition.
Dolo's dying. Dying
Dolo is dead.
Dolo should stop
Thank you.
smoking.
So what was it? Giant runes, magic tattoos,
And the giant language itself.
study giant. Okay.
Pretty much everything I would have done. Yeah, I think I already typed it out. I could delete the
Yeah.
things that aren't important anymore.
No, I can go back and look. Okay.
I'll also help anyone if they need help researching some stuff.
Okay. Sounds good. Saren?
Other than looking for new recipes, I guess she would look into the Phoenix Queen.
Okay. Alright.
While I'm waiting for my gauntlets, can I do some healing stuff with Eula?
Sure.
Get some basics done?
Sure. Make an intelligence check for me. Just to
Okay, that is not what I was expecting.
it's just to start
Luck.
off with. Just to start off with. See how quickly you can grasp this.
Not.
Okay. Alright. It's gonna take you a bit, but you can do it. Alright, so
I feel like it's not that I'm not getting it, it's that I'm kind of rushed because I gotta get my gauntlets soon.
yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm like keeping a look at the clock.
Yeah, we'll go with that then. Okay, so Saren, information regarding the Phoenix Queen. Are you going to research at the Blackstaff Tower or just any library in general?
I would probably follow Mori to the
Okay.
tower and then get him to help because he's a brain and I am a charisma.
Fair enough. So yeah, going to the tower, there's surprisingly not that much information. Essentially what is depicted about the Phoenix Queen is sort of written in mainly children's books, like sort of just rumored sort of folk tales and such, how this great all-powerful phoenix descended from the heavens one day and brought life to a land that was forsaken. Essentially, there's tales that tell the story of how this phoenix nourished and blessed farmlands, brought back life to the surrounding area. But it's all sort of, there's nothing concrete about it. It's all sort of just a legend of sorts. So yeah. There's just a bunch of tales like that. Don't really depict anything of value.
Welcome back.
But the consistent thing about it is that they all state that this phoenix was essentially omnipotent in a sense, and also what it was omnipotent and omniscient, I think is the right word. Like sort of all-knowing and such. Basically another deity in of itself.
Okay, cool.
And as for the recipes, I'll say that you can go around to some taverns and such, maybe some fancy restaurants. You're very persuasive, so it's no issue for you. There are some restaurants sort of on the higher end that do sort of say to you, well, miss, I must say I'm very eager to teach the young'uns about my craft. However, it comes at a price. Nothing in this world is free. So if you are willing to, if you are willing to pay for some recipes, then you can do so.
When they say that, I tilt my head to the side as if I'm trying to understand, and then I'll pull out 1 gold and offer it to them.
Okay. So yeah, eventually through bribing and going around to about, I'll say in one day you sort of go around to about 15 or so different places, varying in terms of quality. And I'll say you spend about 6 gold trying to get different recipes and such.
Just question, because I've just noticed my gold piece. Did we ever split up or get any kind of anything from the castle yet, or no?
So the gold from the castle is being returned to the people it got taken from, because we're going to be getting a big reward from the Harpers / the king.
Yes.
Not counting the
king
gold we
knows
already gave
no.
away.
Yeah. I think I was the only one to get loot since I'm such a loot goblin.
Yeah, my god.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember because I know that Casper brought it up a few times, and then I looked at my sheet and went, "Hey, I have less than 100 gold."
Can we specifically point out during the meeting that Aspen's already gotten some loot, so he gets less?
Well, we'll wait
I
until the
mean-
meeting.
Why would we do that? It's collective gold. We're screwing ourselves if we do that.
Well, Casper wasn't part of the initial quest giving, so he doesn't get the main reward. That was his pay for, you know?
Oh yeah, it's only us. You don't get any of the king's reward.
Are there specific recipes that you have in mind, Mac, or should I just put down Waterdeep recipes times however many?
I can list off a few, but yeah. So one recipe from one of the fancy places.
Oh.
I don't know which ones I've given you.
I mean, they're all in the one note.
Yeah, let me
Filet mignon.
filet mignon. Let me bring it up so I remain consistent.
You learn how to make a beef Wellington.
I've started the next one. It's first word. It's fancy. No matter what you're calling it, it's fancy. Whatever you name it.
Let's see.
Dragon Wellington.
Okay, I haven't given you this one, so let me copy and paste it into general. It's a Heartlands rose, apple, and blackberry pie. And we also have, let's see. How about some honey drizzled cream puffs?
Oh.
Sounds like a cereal.
Sounds like it's gonna break my teeth.
I feel like you're all under like this. You're all disappointing. Generally, a cream puff is a profiterole, which would not break your teeth.
Yeah. It would
But
be
it
a
does
light
sound like a
confection
cereal,
with
though.
cream.
You gotta admit.
No. It sounds like a confection.
It is a sweet, yeah.
Yes. Not a cereal.
Fancy sweet roll.
And yeah, just
I'd
sort
do
of
anything for a sweet roll.
just sort of put down under
Anything?
those like other Waterdeep recipes times 18.
Stop looking at my tail.
Just basic sort of
Would you sell your soul to Orcus for a cream puff?
gourmet sandwiches and such.
What else would Orcus give me?
2 cream puffs.
Wait, are we cooking? We're cooking Lushu? Filet
Yeah,
Lushu?
No.
Yeah, that was on the agenda.
Listen, Orcus drives a hard bargain, but I can't do it for 2 cream puffs.
Filet-o Dragonborn.
Look, we can just take pieces of the tail and do it like they do
No!
oxtail.
Did you know
No,
that there is about
I'm
100
not-
recipes?
Repices,
I do
yes.
not. I am not like a lizard. I cannot regrow my tail.
Have you
Let's
tried?
test that.
No.
Well, then
Yeah,
how
but
do
then you don't know.
I just got this
Okay.
recipe book from the tower that has 101 recipes to cook a dragonborn.
Okay.
And we have the skinning equipment.
Alright, so Aspen is doing downtime on the Dragon Head. We've got Saren going around doing shopping and research. Murray doing research of his own. We have... Who's she doing his armor and such? Dolo.
Yo.
Anything particular you are doing / looking forward to?
2 things are the main ones.
Mm.
I like Maury to introduce me to some of the mages that have sort of expertise in either healing or undead.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'll introduce you to Tasha.
That's
What
called
could
a
go wrong?
cleric.
I've tried clerics and they ran her off crying, so.
If you don't mind being experimented on, I can get you quite a few
I
people.
did slap you.
And
So I
then
did run
after
off.
that, I wanted to take the dragon leather we've got and find that the dragon armor and equipment maker person.
Okay, he would most likely be on the castle grounds.
Yes.
Okay. So, you go with Maury and Saren to the tower. And I did have...
I only have 3 teachers listed,
Yeah,
not including Danilo.
let me... I did put my my notes of the teachers somewhere. Give me a second.
I've got Tasha, I've got Miranda, and I've got Kylie Monrogue.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
Me too.
Here we go. I will put them into general once again. So you're looking for Felix Lungiv.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a...
Josh, where do I find this boy?
This man. Well, you're gonna want to go follow those staircases. Careful, they tend to move. So don't fall off.
Wait, is this literally Hogwarts?
And then you're gonna want to knock on a door. That looks like a painting, and say the special password, Gryffindor.
Abracadabra.
And if you don't get blasted, he'll let you in.
I follow these steps very carefully.
Okay.
Dolo spends 3 days looking for a painting he can enter.
Well, first off, there's no moving staircase and there's no moving painting. Sorry to disappoint.
I'm just telling him the staircases move so that he's gonna have a fun time.
Okay.
That's evil.
So,
Yeah.
so you make your way through the hallways of the tower, up a few stairways, following Mori's direction as best you can, and you come to a room where on the front there is a sort of skull banner plastered on just above the top of the door, and inside you can see sort of a classroom type layout with bookshelves on the sides and desks and such, and you see a did I give him a description? I don't think I did.
He looks like Severus Snape.
Harry Potter.
Potter.
I did not give him a description. All right.
Wait, is
No,
that
they
really
start
how
singing
he
Harry
sounds?
Potter puppet powers.
All right. So
Dumbledore.
so you see among the various races and kinds of students sitting forward, looking towards a man who's currently doing a display of magic. You see he's got a book in his hand and he's waving his hand about and is forming this necrotic cloud of sorts. And you see briefly for a moment inside of it the image of a skeleton, and then appearing right next to the man is a skeleton, just sort of
An actual skeleton.
yes, an actual skeleton appears out of nowhere and essentially just rises up from thin air and appears next to him. And he rambles on a bit, and then he says, "Now, students, this will be your next assignment. Study well, and in 2 weeks' time, we will test your results. Get to it." And he looks towards the door where you are, Dolo, and shuts his book. And he says, he doesn't say anything, he just sort of walks over and says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Hi, you were recommended to me by Maury. I believe he was a student here.
Oh, yes, Mori. I'm well acquainted with him. Yes,
Does he say this in a weird way?
No, it doesn't say it in a weird way. It
Okay.
says it in a way like, "I know Mori. We've talked."
He was a
yes.
really weird guy.
Yeah, basically, I had a very, very near-death experience,
Oh my,
and
how
now
terrible.
I seem to be showing certain traits of being undead whilst missing others.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to gather information or insight into how I can fix it.
I see.
Fix it, Felix.
Well,
Fix me up, daddy.
as you can see, I'm
Ah.
currently attending a class right now. However, I'll be done with this class in about 30 minutes. Thereafter, should you come to my office, and he points you down the hallway, head down there, and towards the end, if you turn left, there will be a room with my name on a banner just out the front. I will meet you there in about half an hour's time, and I can have a look at your condition.
Thank you very much. And I'll head around and wait for him.
He turns back into the classroom. He says, "Merivale, marvelous work. Keep it up." So you're just gonna head there and wait for 30 minutes?
Yeah, I'll head around and wait.
Okay.
Thor's not going to understand any of the stuff they're trying to talk about.
Alright. Yeah. By this point, Lishu, it's been about an hour, so you head back and get your gauntlets, and the smith explains sort of how he's welded it together, and you can see it's pretty well concealed. He says, so will that be all? You're looking for a fine weapon?
I was honestly curious if you could do anything to this as I pull out the fiend's longsword. It is a mighty blade.
Yes, I can see. Where'd you acquire such a weapon?
That is mighty adventuring. Yeah, lots of brutal deaths. And one that I nearly caused to my friend.
And I shall not ask any more. What would you like me to have a look at exactly?
I have a proposition, but I am unsure if it's all right to show to the common eye, if you understand what I mean. Do you have a place more secretive that I can show you what I was asking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, can I show you my longsword? Just need to go to this back alley.
Well, make a persuasion check.
I mean, I'm not gonna do anything.
I know.
It's a short sword.
I know, but just.
Oh, God.
Actually, it's a dagger. Thank you very much.
One.
It's a warhammer.
I'm gonna
actually.
re-roll that. That is a bit better, and I will take it.
12. Okay. He says, well, all right. You have piqued my interest with this blade, so I'll hear you out. Come to my office, and he walks over to a door that's sort of next to what looks to be a hallway that leads into a back room of sorts.
I follow suit.
Yeah, he opens up the door, gestures for you to head inside, and shuts the door behind you, and he says, please take a seat.
I set down the bag of holding and I just say, go, take a look at the goods. This is the bag of holding with all the adamantine.
Okay. How much is...
I have 185 pounds.
Okay.
Yo, he's trying to sell it on the black market. What the what?
No, I'm trying to put it on my sword. Those doors be mighty angry at me.
He looks at it and says, you see his eyes go wide, and it's sort of in like a moment of panic and sort of like being flustered at seeing this. He quickly shuts the bag of holding and then opens it up again, like he can't believe this.
So do you understand why I said this must be held secret?
Yes. He reaches in, picks up the portion of the adamantine, and he looks at it close. This stuff is real. How did you find so much of this?
I put my finger to my lips.
Right.
I'll give you, let's say, £5 if you put some on my sword.
Put some on your sword.
£5 should be enough to
we're
cover it,
talking
shouldn't
about
it?
£5 is like thousands of gold worth.
That's the point.
Well, see,
Making a hammer out of that metal would be booming for your business, would it not?
Yes,
It would be chef's kiss.
it's a very interesting proposition. However, you see, the thing is with this is it's not an easy feat to do that I myself am not sure if I can even do. I've only dealt with adamantine once before in my entire life, and trying to melt it down is a task in of itself that I'm not sure if I have the materials to do so.
That is a shame.
We were told by the Sanctuary Covenant that nowhere else outside of there would be able to deal with it.
I can do it.
I let out a sigh and I give him a pound of it. And I say, consider that the cost for the gauntlets, and you can have whatever's left. Thank you for trying.
Bless your kindness. I'm sorry I couldn't do.
It is okay.
Best of lucks on your travels. I don't believe I got your name.
Lushu.
Lucia Guild.
Lushu. Well, safe travels, Lushu, and
Best of luck in your smithing.
thank you.
I hope I see your name in legends.
He nods and
Oh, one quick thing. How much could I sell some plate for?
some plate armor. Well, depends on the condition of the armor.
I think it has a bit of nicks and scratches, but it should be okay. As I pull out the plate armor from my other bag of holding. Oh, and I've also got some scale mail, if that is also okay.
Well, let me have a
And chain mail. Fuck, I'm looking at my list. I'm like, keep looking up now and keep getting confused with jerky. I'm like, okay. Oh, chain mail. Oh, scale mail. Oh, plate.
Okay. All right. So, scale mail and is it chainmail armor or
Chain mail, scale mail, and plate.
Chainmail, scale mail, and plate. Okay. So, and what's the current armor that you have right now?
Mithril plate.
Mithril plate. That's right. Okay. So he takes the he looks at all the pieces of armor and says, well, this chainmail and scale mail, they are in pretty fine condition. I could smelt down a few chunks of it, and the plate mail. Yes, I think I could utilize all these. I'll say for the lot, I can give you about. I can give you about 1,300 gold for the lot.
I'll take 1,000. You've been very generous so far.
Bless your soul. He hands over 1,000 gold.
I hope we can do business in the future.
As do I. My name is Meraxis.
More. How do you spell that?
In general.
Kindest blacksmith I've ever met. My eaten up by Forza. I'm just gonna close Forza. I leave after nodding and thanking him.
Okay.
Putting the money in my pouch.
Okay. So you
Back to the yawning portal.
you head back to your phone. Okay. All right. So we'll go back to Dolo now. So Dolo, you head to the room and you easily find it. And you sit down and wait. And sort of in this room, there's bunch of sort of trinkets, and there's a display sort of in the back right of the room of some really somewhat otherworldly looking objects. Some things that you've never seen before in your life, like look like some giant purple worms almost.
Interesting.
But they have this scaly texture to them.
Are they alive?
No, they're not alive. They're sort of mummified.
Okay.
Nah.
Sort of stuffed in a sense.
I'll cast Detect Magic as I look around the room and just see if there's anything that seems particularly interesting.
Okay. So you use Detect Magic, and you do see. Well, first off, the lights. There's not torches, but it's more so like a chandelier. All the flames on it are glowing, the continual flame magic of evocation. There's also sort of laid out on the desk. There are a few books that have a mixture of necromancy, evocation, and divination mainly prevalent in them. And yeah, there are a few items inside the display case that sort of have is it necromancy? I need to check. I think it would be. One moment. Yeah, one of the items in the display case, it stands out to you because it looks like an ordinary jar of sorts.
Trinket.
But it's well, actually no, scratch that. It doesn't look like an ordinary jar. It's a glass jar, and sort of on the sort of around the rim of the jar with the lid on top, it's embroidered with gems and crystals, with a few sort of decorated throughout the glass container on the inside. And now that you've got the Detect Magic up and you're looking at this, you can see that there's beams of arcane energy sort of protruding directly into the center of the jar, though you can't see what they're going into, but you can see that they stop at a certain point. And this entire jar is it's got a heavy you feel a heavy oomph of necromancy magic in it.
Sounds like a phylactery.
Fun fact about high-level wizards, especially necro ones.
Is that a phylactery?
Praxis.
What happens if I hold the sunblade near it?
Sunblade?
Isn't the sunblade just a hilt at the moment?
Yes.
No, but every time he takes it, like brings it forward, it creates a blade.
Yeah, you
I
push a
get-
button and it becomes a sort of
Yeah,
fire and
it's-
holy.
He's a lightsaber, yay!
The Sunblade does require attunement to activate it like that.
Oh, so you can't even activate it if you're not attuned.
No.
No, I thought Waka was attuned.
I currently have the braces of defense attuned.
That's great.
Alright, I'll just hold the hilt near it. I imagine there would be, like, if you cast Detect Magic on the Sunblade, you would see, like, sort of holy magic.
You'd see sort of what would you see with that? I think you'd see like evocation with a bit of what are the other schools? A bit of transmutation.
Yeah, I just wanna see if it.
Yeah.
Dolwen's smart. It's a holy thing. He puts it near the necromancy thing.
Evocation with a bit of conjuration. but yeah, as for the sorry, one moment. As for the jar of sorts, it yeah, it's sort of sitting there. Just there's a bit of a heavy dose of necromancy energy coming off it.
Okay.
And so you sit down, sort of take in this this area for a while, and then shortly about
I'll
30,
just be polishing the sunblade, fiddling around with it. It's cool.
about 35 minutes later, Felix comes in and says, sorry for the wait, was helping a student with the upcoming assignment.
No.
Now let me help you with your condition. What is, first off, forgive my rudeness, I am Felix.
Nice to meet you, Felix. I am. You can call me Dolo.
It's nice to meet you, Dolo.
I'm Brockboy.
I do take it you are good friends with Maurice, then?
I've been traveling with him for a long time. His name is Maurice.
Yes.
He never let that one slip.
He
I actually have, you just don't remember, you prick.
I imagine Dolo's gonna walk up to fucking Maury like, "Hello, Maurice."
he most
I
definitely
like to
prefers
move it, move.
he most definitely prefers the name Maury, as it's easier, it's slightly easier to say.
I know that feeling. I'm Dolomite.
There you are. You're not so different.
Dolo might get
You're
into
not so
trouble.
right.
Was that English, Casper?
If you
Dolo
want it to be.
Dolo might get in trouble.
Anyways, so if you'll give me a moment, and he heads over to his desk, and he takes one of the necromancy books that you saw earlier, and flips through it. And as he's flipping through, he says, "Now, can you tell me about this condition? Can you elaborate further on it? Sort of how
Well,
it came to be and when it happened."
Well, I probably can't tell you all of it. But I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't been breathing since I've been in here.
He
Um,
he looks at you
um,
closer, and he
My God,
says,
he's right.
"Now
I
that
have
you
not
mention it."
had any need to eat or drink since I almost died. I don't seem to really need to sleep. I just sort of sit for a bit each night.
I see.
Are you having trouble getting it up lately?
No, actually the opposite.
Yo, I didn't know that information, but
Oh no.
Most interesting. And he sort of slides his chair over towards you, and rests the book out in his lap, and says, "May I examine your body a little?"
Sure. Oh, I also don't feel very much pain. Like, if I think about it, I can tell that, oh, look, there's a cut there, kind of thing. But unless I pay attention to it and like think about it, I don't notice.
My cleric slapped me. It felt stingy.
Interesting. So he takes your arm and sort of is feeling the metal part, but then comparing it with your skin as well.
The metal stuff's normal. But don't worry about that.
And then he sort of he just does sort of a full examination of your body. And he says, "Well, I can't deny you do exhibit some traits of an undead. However, it's clear to say that you are not an undead. I have some theories on what you might be, though unless you have been trifling with any gods, they seem out of left field.
It's funny you say that. May I hear your ideas?
Well, have you heard of the god of death called Baal?
No. Well, would I have, Meg?
You wouldn't have. Actually, make a religion check. There's a chance you might have heard of him. There's a chance.
That sweet, sweet -1. That's a 3.
You have not heard of Baal. You isolated shit.
Were you born in a cave? Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been living under a rock? Yes, many.
Is that BAAL?
It's BHAAL.
Okay.
Bahal.
Alright.
Wow, but at what
And
cost?
he's the god of death.
He's a god of death, yes.
Sounds like you're vomiting. Ball.
Yes.
That's the last thing they say when they die. Ball.
Well, you see, Bahal, or Baal, however you wish to pronounce him,
Muhammad.
he is a greater deity of death.
Is he good?
He is not a good god. Well, he's... For his respective purpose, he is a just god. He does not...
Like, are we talking like lawful evil or lawful neutral?
I would say he's a lawful evil. He merely aids in the... He merely helps with the cycle of life.
Yep. No worries.
A grim reaper of sorts. There is mere legends of people being, I guess you could say, entrusted by Baal with gifts of sorts. They are known as Baalspawn. They essentially were brought back to life by him, and were sent out on a mission, a purpose of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And Baal would grant them power to do so, whether it be resistance to certain elements, the inability to die after receiving mortal wounds or fatal wounds.
Mm-hmm.
You name it, he could do it. Can I ask, what god have you been in contact with?
Well, I wasn't in contact with anyone, but when I was unconscious, I think an ally of mine may have been contacted by Orcus.
The Prince of Undeath. I see. Yes, it's not unheard of, but a demigod nonetheless doing something like this. Do you know the conditions and terms that were set for this to happen?
Vaguely, but I unfortunately can't tell you those.
I see.
So what would happen if the task of a Orcus spawn were to be completed? Would they then die or become alive again?
I honestly couldn't tell you. From what I know about Orcus and the way he likes to do things, he is a very cruel god. Not one as lenient as Baal is. He is a seeker of chaos and such. My best guess is that he would use manipulation and forms of blackmailing or persuasion that would make people do his bidding, and when he no longer needed them, he would merely end their life so they could supplement his purpose, an army of sorts. He could command essentially an infinite number of undead with the wand that he carried. So, in a sense, there really is no way of reasoning with such a being, much less for your condition. If this was caused by him, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but I feel like even if whatever terms that come to pass that your party made to help save you from this, I still think you might be within reach of Orcus, if you get what I'm saying. Still, essentially, he has you in the palm of his hand.
Any ideas on who else I might talk to receive help with getting out of this one?
Well, it's not easy. The most straightforward way would be to slay Orcus, though that in itself is a feat that no one has been able to do.
Hey, Poggies.
The next best thing I could suggest is I do know there are some clerics out there that are able to rid even the most potent of curses. They might be able to assist with this, though I myself do not know anyone of that caliber. I think the headmaster Danilo might know a few.
Awesome. That was Maury's big teacher, wasn't it?
Yes, Danilo is the headmaster, and Danilo showed a bit of favoritism to Maury.
Does he take walk-ins?
Well,
Only for Maury.
well, I assume if you are good friends with Maurice, then I'm sure
Maurice.
something can be arranged.
Maurice.
Excellent.
I must warn you of one thing. Whatever Orcus says to you whilst you are like this, as painstaking as it might be, if you do value your life, I suggest you do follow it.
He's such a dick, though.
You hear Orcus's voice saying, "I heard that." Yeah.
Oh no.
says, yes, it's this is not a favorable situation for you. But if you do wish to keep on living, then I suggest you consider what is being proposed by him, though again, it's a tough situation you're in. If you feel like you don't want him to get what he wants, then by all means refuse. I am merely giving you the best advice I can give.
Thank you.
And one more thing. I have... While the Ballspawn have been legends, I do believe I have met one before, though I wasn't sure. He went by the name Max. He was a studier under the what was it called? I think it was the Yellow Rose. Let me check. Yes, he was a fighter, a duelist, a warrior. He studied under the monastery of the Yellow Rose. He was formidable. He had incredible control over his himself. He was accompanied by some odd individuals. A turtle who was very fascinated with his trinkets and gadgets. He had a small robotic bird with him. It was quite fascinating. And there was also a purple tiefling with them. I believe she went by the name of Sio. Yes, they stopped by here a couple of years ago, asking me questions about this. I haven't seen them since, but if you want more info on your condition, someone in a similar boat might have some answers for you.
Good call.
So yes, if you do find a purple tiefling with a turtle who was studying the ways of being an artificer, and Max, he was a human, nothing outstanding, but they're an odd group. If you see them, they will. You'll definitely recognize them.
Thank you very much for your help.
It's quite alright. This has given me some insight in further study I need to undergo.
If you have any questions, give Maury a ring.
Ah, yes, on my cell phone.
I shall keep that in mind. Well, it's been a pleasure, Dolomite.
Thank you. I hold out my hand to shake his.
He shakes your
He
hand
frees his
back,
hand.
and he says, "Do be careful, and best of luck."
Thank you. Which way is it to Danilo's office?
Oh, the main stairway, in the main hall. If you head up there, it should be easy to find.
Brilliant. Thank you. And I'll just start walking to his office.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so So Mari and Saren are studying. Lushu's at the Yawning Portal getting healed.
I'm probably back at the portal doing more healer stuff.
Yep. Aspen is tinkering with that helmet. I guess so. We're still with Dolo. All right. So you head up the main stairway. You go into Danilo's office.
I will knock on the door.
Okay.
Stop,
So,
bitch.
so you go up the stairway. You see there are some students that sort of pass by you on the stairway, sort of hurrying to get to the next class. And you make your way up, and you see a long hallway. And towards the end of the hallway is a grand door of sorts. There's a potted plant on each side of the entrance.
Eat the dirt. Tell me what it tastes like.
And you knock on the door, and you hear Denola's voice saying, "Door's open, come in."
I head straight in.
Okay. You head in and you see Denolo's at his desk writing some things on some paper, and he looks up and says, "Well, this is an unexpected surprise. Hello there, Dolo."
How are you doing, Donnie? I just spoke to shit, what was the guy's name?
Felix?
Felix. I just spoke to Felix before, and he recommended some of my questions he couldn't answer, and he recommended I come find you.
Well, I shall do my best to answer your questions. What are you after?
Basically, I need to find a cleric who's good enough to break the connection between a person and a bad god.
You're talking about your condition.
Like a Baal spawn.
You're talking about your condition, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you know about that, don't you? You must have spoke to Dernan.
Yeah, he filled me on this. He was worried about you. And he asked a similar question not too long ago. And I said I would get back to him, and this is convenient timing, as I was going to inform him that I have potentially found someone, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet. So you have saved me the trouble by coming here yourself.
I have incredible timing.
No, it's called impatience.
It's called being assertive, thank you.
Let me just give me a sec. I need to find the name. Yes, okay. So, there is a. Hang on, I need to bring up my map. I forgot the name of the place. Excuse me, one sec. Yes. Okay. So, up north, within the reaches of Icewind Dale, have you heard of the town called Brynshanda?
Oh.
I have not.
Well, it's a relatively small village, population of about 1,000 people, and within that town there is a church, and there's a cleric there who likes to relatively lay low, but his skills speak for themselves. He goes by the name Tamarix.
Tamarix.
Yes.
Awesome.
He is a furbolg. He's very wise and might be able to help you with this condition of yours, though I can't make any promises, as
Brilliant.
from what I know and understand, this is a very high level problem you have here.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
But
Wait, is Icewind Dale north of Neverwinter?
yes, it is the far reaches north. It's further north than Icy's hometown.
Very good.
So
Alright.
it's where I live in real life, though.
Basically.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
It is D&D Norway.
So you called it a fridge. No, not a fridge, a freezer.
Alright,
It's
cool.
So
It's
yes.
currently snowing.
So yes, you can either journey there on foot, or I do believe there are some ships that go to and from there.
Don't worry, we have a castle.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, and
Oh.
I must once again thank your group for allowing us to study the castle. It's helping us with our arcane, with understanding of arcane runes as a whole. It's proven very useful.
Well, if we're planning on using it for future endeavors, our artificer had the cool idea of letting the spirit control the crossbows.
That is an interesting idea.
So see if you can figure that one out.
I'm sure we can muster up a few extra noggins to theory craft that.
I can do it myself. No
Are you
problem.
turning down the help of the best wizard in the city?
Yeah, I don't need no fucking help. I'm a strong, independent. What did you not see?
I'm gonna fucking destroy that ego of yours.
You think you can destroy my ego, honestly?
I never said it was going to be easy.
Mate, Mori could do
you-
that, let alone a level 20 fucking wizard.
No, but like, I will just say, oh, unlucky. Just you have hacks. Honestly.
So you live in a constant state of denial. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly. You guys know that. Nothing is ever my fault.
Thanks to denial, I'm immortal.
Yeah.
If I don't believe I'm dead, then I can't be.
Aspen and Dolo really don't fall far from the same tree.
Yeah. One is in denial about death, one is in denial about everything. That's why I say we're brother and sister.
Surprisingly, Dolo got more brains in that department.
And I'm the one with the highest intelligence in the party.
Exactly.
Alright, does Danilo have anything else to say to me?
Unless you have any other questions. No.
I don't think so. I don't have any.
Wait, are we allowed back in the castle?
You don't know. You haven't
We haven't
asked. You haven't asked.
I would
you
hope
haven't-
so. I mean, I feel like it's our castle.
You haven't asked. You haven't checked.
I'll just head into the castle because it's ours.
Okay.
Oh, I'll ask Danilo. I'll pull out the bag of bones that I took from the fiend and say, but Danilo, do you know what these are?
They're bones.
Was that bag of bones on his
It's from the
desk?
fiend.
Was it from his?
He had a pouch of mixed
that's right.
gnawed
Yep.
bones.
That's right.
It's what he used as a snack.
Right. That fiend, yes. I mean, just looking at them, and based on what we know of that sadistic fucker, I would say he used these as snacks. Hence the gnawing and the chewed parts of the bones.
Yeah. Fair.
Maybe they
I
were.
I found them and it seemed odd to keep bones with no meat on them in a bag, so I wasn't sure if they were for any of that. You know, when you go to the fair and they have the witch who throws the bones and reads your future?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I'll check them out.
Yes.
You should already be familiar with snacking on bones, Wacko. You had the quiz sex in your part there.
Never try to understand the psychos. You'll get lost with them.
I don't understand most people, to be honest, so I just sort of keep the things and ask the smart people.
He nods and he says, "No offense, but that does suit you."
Dolo nods and heads out. Good to see you.
Do have a good day. Give my regards to your crew.
Will do. Thank you. And then, first bin he finds, he'll toss the bones.
Yep. You just plop into a bin that's just before the stairwell.
Wait, could we actually do some voodoo magic with those bones?
Too late. Throw them
Oh.
out.
No, but with like bones.
I think there are some spells that use bones.
Hey, poggers.
But the
Shame
bones
I
are
don't have any bones anymore.
So good, so great. I have dragon bones.
And then, yeah, I'll head to the party, find out whoever has actually got all of the skin from the dragon, and see if anyone wants to
I
come with
have
me
it.
to find the dragon blacksmith.
Welcome back,
I
Dollar.
have all the
What'd
skin.
you find out?
I've got a lead on someone who might be able to help with the current problem I'm dealing with.
Oh? Really? Where?
Up north, near Icewind Dale.
Oh?
Would you have
Cleric?
heard of Brimchander?
Yeah. That's where I learned to be a cleric.
Ah. Well then, do you know Tamarix?
Yes. He's my
Cool.
master.
Well, I gotta go talk to him.
I did take a boat up here, so it might be faster to take the boat. But if we can use the castle, I think it'd be faster.
Doesn't the ocean up there freeze, Mac, in winter?
Parts
Isn't
of
it currently autumn?
And as we all know, that it's always winter.
Let me check my calendar.
It'd be lovely to go meet my master once again.
Let me check my calendar. So you guys are... No, you guys are currently in... Hang on. No, you guys are currently in spring. Yeah, you're about halfway through spring right now.
Ah, very good.
Wait, when is spring?
It should the ice should have melted by now.
Awesome.
Gonna
Well,
metagame.
that makes life easy then.
But yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to get up there. Well, no matter which way we do it. Really.
Alright. Who's got the dragon skin, by the way?
I'm pretty sure Aspen has all the parts of the dragon.
Do you want to go find that dragon piece making blacksmith?
What do I get out of it?
Potential cool dragon based gear.
What if I want to use it for the Warforged?
Then you need to discuss that with the party because it doesn't just belong to you.
I have it in my bag.
Listen, they've stolen stuff out of my bag. They will steal stuff from yours.
Alright, well...
No,
So-
I will go with Wacko.
Okay, so Wacky, you head back to...
But there wasn't that much dragon scales. Only for half a breastplate.
Yeah.
I have some as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have half of what I have.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't didn't write down on.
Because majority of the scales and such got burnt up when that explosion happened. And just
We've also doesn't one of us still have the skin from the black dragon we killed?
That was in the. No, wait, never mind. Ignore me.
Which was the one we killed in the dwarven caverns?
it was a black dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So one of us has the skin from that.
I remember Lushu taking bits off it.
Yeah, it didn't save on this PDF. I think you said 15 pounds of scales, bones or teeth. It was like 5 pounds.
I'm not sure. I don't remember
Yeah.
that far back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I have 15 pounds of scales.
Okay. Yeah.
I have some scales I'm willing to give if you're able to make me some pants.
You're welcome to come along. I don't know what he'll be able to make with what we have. And he may require other ingredients, but I was gonna show him what we've got and ask him some questions.
Okay. Well then I'm just gonna have to give you them because I want to continue trying to learn this damn healer's kit.
Alright. I'll pull out my sending stone and I'll ring Seren and say, do you want to come to the dragon blacksmith?
I hand him 10 pounds of the scales.
He makes funny stuff out of dragon pieces.
Didn't you guys give the
And possibly Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't have my sending stone.
Yeah, you gave it.
So
to...
who just received that message?
I think it was a Mimic.
Nimic looks at you like, I'm right here.
You gave it to Nimic, right, Sarah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have it sheet up, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay. So you send it. What did you say again?
I said, hey, do you want to come with me to the dragon blacksmith? He makes funny stuff out of dragon bits.
You said, hey, Saren.
Oh, I did, yes. Sorry, at the start.
Yeah, dude, Nimik should respond, new phone, who this?
No, he won't.
Okay.
Nimic responds and says, I'm sorry, Dolo, this isn't Saren, this is Nimic. I could send her a message in regarding to what you said.
I have no way to ever respond.
Yeah.
It's one use per day.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, if he sends me another message, because you each get one casting of the spell sending. So he's responding to my one, so he could send me a follow-up message if he wants me to respond.
Yes.
Sorry, mate, please continue.
He will do so, asking, do you want me to inform Saren?
Yes, that would be awesome. And at some point, we should probably collect that rock from you. Thank you.
Dolo says hi.
Okay. So Saren, whilst you're going around gathering up recipes, you hear Nimic's voice in your head saying, Saren, Dolo got in touch with me thinking I was you. He wants to words.
He wants to what?
He wants to know if you want to go with him to the blacksmith.
Without the context of knowing which blacksmith, I want to reply, is he lost? Or something? Does he need help finding the blacksmith?
No, he's with Aspen. That should be more enough reason for you to come along.
He sends another message. He sends another message saying, No, this is in relation to dragon armor. He wanted to get in touch with you.
I
Nimic
asked.
really was the wrong person to call, wasn't he?
I want to ask. Do you know where he is now? Because I can just go find him.
Solo's currently eating the free pretzels on the bar.
No, he has to cast another sending to Dolo, and then back to me.
He sends a message to you, Dolo, saying, "Where do you want to meet Saren?"
I'll just say at the castle gates.
Which one?
Hold on, let me find my map of Waterdeep.
This is fucking Chinese whispers, but far more intense.
Yeah, let me bring you
I
to the
appear to have
castle
lost my
ward.
map of Waterdeep.
Let me bring you to the castle
excellent.
ward.
Give me like 30 seconds for the map to load.
Castle is down bottom right, by the way.
You say bottom right.
Yes. This is the castle
Okay.
here.
Hold on, I'm going on to Google Images. I'll find a picture.
Check the roll 20.
I'm looking at it and it's still like, oh, there we go. We have resolution. Excellent.
Down here is the castle.
Alright, I will tell her I will meet at Hillock Court.
Keep in mind the yawning portal's right here.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, I'll meet at the castle gate, which I'm assuming is here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll meet there.
Okay. And Nimic uses a 4th level spell to send another
Thank you,
sending.
Nimic.
And he says he'll meet you outside the castle gates.
I say thank you, Nimic, and then I ask Maury, because I'm guessing we're in a library somewhere studying together, and I ask him if he wants to come or no.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that you were maybe just sort of in the street looking for recipes and such at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can head back to the castle, to the tower thing.
Yeah, the tower is up at the top left of the the castle ward right here.
Wait, does that come too zoomed in? Okay.
There's the tower.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have sending, so I would just go and ask Maury if he wants to come on an adventure.
Okay.
You want to go on an adventure?
It's not really an adventure. It's more likely a babysitting job, but
As
same.
you're walking back to the tower to get Maury, Torchic, who's currently nestled in your hair, wakes up, and you feel her poking at the top of your head.
Being a real bitch.
She chirps loudly, and hops down onto your shoulder.
I take hold of Bird and ask.
You cut out.
I have a look at the bird and ask what's wrong.
You hear a message in your head saying, "Hungry."
Oh no. For what?
Bitches.
It shrugs its wings at you. What does Mummy
Chicken
have?
nuggets.
I offer it rations, I guess, because I would have them.
Yeah, okay. You pull
I
out
touch
a.
my jerky.
You mean you didn't steal some of Lucy's jerky?
I feel like only certain people are allowed to touch Lucy's jerky.
I have a lot of Met jerky that I'm willing to give, but not my premium jerky. My Wagyu
Yeah.
jerky is my Wagyu jerky.
Okay.
I don't think they would make jerky out of Wagyu.
You pull out one of your rations and your phoenix dives headfirst into it and nibbles on it and yeah.
Casper, you can literally buy
seems to enjoy
Wagyu
it.
jerky at the petrol station over here.
I
Yeah,
don't
right.
really think that's true.
I feel like
True Wagyu from Japan.
I feel like selling Wagyu anything and making it into jerky is just sacrilegious.
Yeah, it's actually,
I'll be
yeah,
honest, it's
it's
not very
it's-
good because the
no,
fattiness makes it like gooey as jerky.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but Wagyu, what you most likely have is the Wagyu race, but not the original from Japan.
Probably.
Yeah,
But
if you would actually make that with like good Wagyu beef, that would be heresy.
Saren,
You would literally deserve to be put down.
Saren,
there you go, Casper.
after Torchic sort of finishes up the rations, she says to you.
I'm never coming to Australia.
She says to you, "This is way better than what Lady Tial offered me."
Well, what did she offer you?
Oh, it was some sort of, I don't know really. It was very hard to chew on. And I don't know. It was odd. This tastes way better.
Y'all offered him the Phoenix Wagyu jerky.
I didn't say, well, you can have that anytime.
She nuzzles sort of into your neck and
Fuck yeah, food.
Puzzles, ooh.
and
You're so warm.
and chirps and she dives back into your hair. You feel her crawl around a little bit before sitting back on top of your head,
Big is this?
being camouflaged fully.
I imagine all people would see is just like a pair of like little eyes.
So what you're saying is Saren is a mech now?
No, mech is mech.
No, I'm also picturing Remy from Ratatouille.
Sherry doesn't wear a hat.
I never said it was a perfect duplicate.
And it doesn't.
Well, I would
steer
continue
her.
on to find more.
Yeah. So you continue back to the tower. Mori is studying away at the runes with Paulita. She's sort of going on bragging and boasting about sort of the giants and their history. You're learning quite a bit, Mori. Some stuff that you haven't even heard of before. And then sooner or later, Saren comes back. And yeah, what you saying? Your turn to take over.
Hey, Maury.
Yes.
Dolo told me that he wants to go to the dragon blacksmith or something. So I'm gonna meet him at the castle. You wanna come?
Okay. Sure.
I say I don't have much else to go on either. So
Yeah, better hope he's not trying to make Lucio into some armor or something. Yeah, I guess it's probably a good idea to follow along. Paulita, is it alright if we finish here for the day?
Oh,
Do care.
I suppose.
So alright. It's probably best to make sure whatever the hell they're doing doesn't end up in burning half the city down or something.
Yes, all right. Well,
Thank you though. This has been just incredibly informative.
it's fine.
Right, Jackie.
Just let me know when you want to do this again sometime.
Of course, I'll probably take you up that offer quite soon, honestly. Alright. I'll just turn back to Saren. He's like, do you want to make it over there on my broom?
Or
Alright, let's head over.
Okay.
this turns out to be the real reason I went to go get Maury. I didn't want to walk, even though I forgot he had the broom.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So.
Where does Moria hide the broom?
Up his ass.
Bag of holding.
or
Oh, sorry,
both.
hole of holding.
His prison wallet is more of a prison satchel.
Moving on. So who is going to the castle blacksmith?
I got forced.
So we've got Aspen, we got Dolo, we got Mori, we got Sarah and Lucia. You tagging along?
No, I'm
No.
going to do more of the healing kit.
Okay.
Do you want me to do a roll real quick?
Yeah, make a medicine check for me.
I'm good at that. I hope.
But we roll good. That's pretty good.
Yes. I think I do roll good, Mac.
I think you do.
I do the good.
All right. Okay. So yeah, it still took you a bit to sort of get used to this, but now that you've sort of gotten the basics down, you're pulling it off with ease. No sweat. So probably another day or so, and then you all won't have much more to teach you about it. So yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute break here.
Quaggers.
Alright,
Blacko,
catch
you
him at a-
proud? Blacko, you proud?
Of.
I've almost built my Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
So
Was he on your body pillow?
No, I don't own one.
yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you owned one.
I don't have the bedroom to have a body pillow.
Yet.
What size bed do you have?
Single.
Oh,
You
You
could
poor
fit
thing.
you could fit a body pillow on that.
Not with my fucking stature.
You could honestly just lay on top of it, or have it lay on top
God,
of
no,
you.
I am like the fucking princess of the pea. If I have the slightest uncomfortableness, I feel it.
Cool. All right. Moving on. So you guys are making your way to you guys are at the front gate of the castle. You've all met up, and you begin to walk through the. You head up the winding pathway, and then find yourself at the front of the castle gates, where two guards stop you, and they ask, "What's your business here?"
going to the dragon. What's it called? Blacksmith.
We do not have a dragon blacksmith in the castle.
You have a really good blacksmith then?
I look at Dolo very confused and say, "What? Why did you lie to me?"
Why'd you lie to us?
Meg, who was it who told us about the blacksmith here?
It was Dernan.
Lord Dernan said that you guys had a blacksmith capable of working with special materials.
Ah, well, yes, there is one in the within the castle walls. Is that all you've come here for?
Yes?
Very well. You have until 6 tonight before you must vacate the premise.
Thank you.
Nice.
Come again.
It's about 4 hours away.
Awesome.
So you're allowed inside, and
See, I told you, Saren.
I mean, look, I said, well, yeah, I said what I was told, and he looked at me funny. So I shrugged.
You said it funny.
Okay. So you make your way inside, and sort of in the first area of the castle walls, there's nothing too unexpected. There's the night training grounds and such. You can see some knights and soldiers at work, currently doing training and such. You do see there are some sort of off on the side at looks to be a pretty typical standard cafe of sorts, just having a break. Cafeteria sort of thing. And then sort of over on the far side, opposite far side, you do see an armory of sorts where there's stands of armor and tables of weapons sort of lined up. You do see smoke trailing out of the roof, a very large and thick sort of smoke trail just rising high into the sky. And as you approach, you do hear the hammering, the sound of hammering against metal begin to ring in your ears.
Is it like an open air blacksmith or?
Yeah, it's
do you have to
open
go
air.
inside?
It's open air.
Alright, I'll head over to the noise.
Okay. Bear with me one moment. Okay, so you make your way over, and in the you see three figures in the forge, so in the store. Two short figures, one sort of average size. You see two dwarfs, a male and a female. You see that the female seems to be making some leather armor of sorts. She seems to be tanning the hides and such. Some leather that's strung up. And you see the male dwarf, he's hammering away at a sword that he's making. And the sort of the human, he's got sort of black hair, the makings of a beard. You can see he's organizing boxes of materials and such among the forge. And he sees you all approach. And he comes up to you and says, "Ah, we haven't seen any customers lately. How may we be of service to you fine citizens?"
Howdy.
Hi, we have heard rumor that you guys are able to work with dragon skin and other bits to make stuff.
The hammering of the sword stops, and the dwarf sort of peeks his head around the corner. And he says, "So what if you heard that?"
I pull out the skin that I got from Casper.
I forgot your sister's name.
I think she's not here to know that.
I'm here.
She
Yeah,
is.
Oh, wait, you
Aspen
are?
came along.
Yeah, it's everyone aside from Lucio and the entertainers.
Because I actually have some blacksmithing proficiencies, you know?
I feel like you just want to be able to insist that you can do it better and then try and get a cheaper price
No.
and then fail.
No, I will ask them some questions about the forge, you know? Because I want to make a forge Forge. God damn it, I'm having another stroke, oh my god.
The dwarf.
Stroke 2 electric boogaloo. Sorry, Mac.
The dwarf says to the human, "Bring them over here. Still working on this sword here." And the guy says, "Do you mind if I take this for a second?"
Sure, we have more.
And he takes it, sort of folds it up as he takes it, and you see a bit of disgust on his face, but nonetheless he takes it. And he sort of lays it down on a table. And the dwarf sort of hits away at the hammers away at the sword for a bit longer, holds it up to eye level, just checking the grooves and such, and he nods and he sticks it in water, pulling it down, and then he sets it out, and then he takes a look at the skin, and he says, "Jenva, dear, come over here. Take a look at this."
Oh god.
You see the female dwarf come over, and she sits herself down, and she says, "Do you think you could stop yelling?" He says, "No. Cranky.
What? Ah!
No, I've had a rough day. Just want to take a break at the yawning portal. Help me out with this woman." She says, "All right." And she has a look at the skin, and probably after about like 10 seconds of her looking at it, male dwarf says, "Well, what do you think?" And she says, "Don't rush me." And you see female dwarf turns to you all and says, "Might I ask, are you looking to make some armor out of this equipment?"
Honestly, I don't know what you can make out of it. So I was sort of looking to get some quotes and suggestions.
Well, some things you can make out of dragon hide is sturdier armor. It also, depending on the dragon, can be quite the accessorized piece. However, just having a look at you all, I don't think that you are in need of any accessories. You seem to be a more practical, hands-on group.
Yes.
Well, as for this armor, as for this hide, it might be possible to make some armor out of it. However, the hide isn't in the best condition.
It's not, but it's from a rare kind of dragon, which is why we saved it. We do also have a load of black dragon scales.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure my husband could put those to use. I deal with more hides.
Well, I think it was a hide still covered in scales, wasn't it, Mick?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
that dragon was.
Yeah, I'll tell him it. Black dragon hide. Sorry.
You can handle that, can't you, Ragnar, dear? And he says, "Give me a look at the scales."
We don't have the black dragon stuff with us. That's with Lushu, unless he gave it to us.
He gave us £10.
I gave you £10.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I'll pull that out too.
Okay. Well, there's not that much here to make.
How much more did you have, Lucia?
5 more pounds.
There is another £5. We didn't know how much of the stuff you needed.
Yeah. Well, frankly speaking, if you want the best of the best, you need basically the whole dragon. For measly £15, can make you some nice pants.
Lucia did want pants.
Does Lucia wear pants?
What would they do?
Well, you know, they keep you warm in the lower region. Let me look up dragon armor. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I could probably make some dragon scale mail out of these here bits of armor, bits of hide scales. They'd give you a bit more protection than standard armor. And due to the magic that resides in a dragon's body innately, they would provide some sort of resistance based on the type of dragon. For a black dragon, you'd be stronger against acid and such.
I see. Do you just use a regular shield?
It is a normal shield, yes. It has a
Could you-
lantern and my holy symbol.
Could you make a shield? Is there enough to make a shield?
Yeah, could potentially make a shield. Would be somewhat, I wouldn't say a thin shield, but it wouldn't be up to the thickness of a standard metal shield, but it would probably be just as durable. Could be done.
Would it not be better than a regular shield?
I would say it would help. Against this one here, and he sort of pulls out from under the table sort of a standard shield. He sort of taps against it. Yeah, it I would say that definitely the extra protection against some acid and such would definitely help it out. Means it won't it would last longer. Yeah, I think with my craftsmanship, I can make it definitely much better than this.
I'll turn to the others and see if you got any ideas, any suggestions, any opinions. I don't wear armor, so.
Well, see, here's the thing. Neither do I.
I wear full plate or a breastplate, so we don't have enough.
You make your own.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm no expert on the matters of blacksmithing. I'd have to turn my hands to the two over there on the matter, but honestly though, the majority of artifacts created by dragons usually come from the energy they exude, not just their, physical bodies. Reasons why items from dragon horns are prized so much is because of their presence they've been basking in for so long. The best you could really do would be, as I said, probably make a shield or some pants of some kind. I'm not quite sure otherwise.
I'll turn to the blacksmith and say, do you ever make anything for the non-armor inclined?
Well,
That would
magic.
help in combat.
Well, I personally don't dabble much in those areas. Neither does my wife. But my trainee over here, Horman, come here. And see, sort of comes back from putting up some materials on the shelves and such. This boy here is new, but his knowledge in terms of magic is nothing to be scoffed at. He has been helping recently with enchanting some items, though haven't sold that many. And he sort of pulls out a bracelet of sorts and puts on the counter. And Horman says, "Oh, well, it's nothing fancy. It was merely just an object I toyed with. It doesn't provide any use in combat."
What is it?
Oh, it's just here. Let me show you. He takes it, sort of. He puts it on his arm, and he says, "Well, basically, it's more so meant to be a present for the female kind." And he puts the bracelet on, and he sort of closes his eyes for a moment, and you watch as the bracelet goes from a standard sort of silver bracelet, nothing too fancy, to a sort of a bracelet made of blooming flowers.
Yo, poggers.
And then it also changes. He closes his eyes again and thinks, and then it changes to a sort of darts off his wrist and onto his finger, and it forms a very elaborate and somewhat exotic ruby ring. And it goes back into the silver bracelet. It's nothing special. It's merely a simple accessorizing item. It does have limitations, but essentially, if you can think of a design you want, the item will be able to replicate it to the best of its abilities.
So it's a ring of clothes, or is it only jewelry?
No, it's just for accessories. It's bracelets, rings. Yes, it can do earrings as well.
Belly button piercings?
Okay, now.
Piercings, no, it doesn't do piercings. As that, it's unsafe if it goes that far, with my knowledge.
Fair.
But yeah, I'm hoping that further down the line, under the study of these two here, I will be able to help incorporate this into some weapons.
Well, I think with what we've got here today, if you guys could start working on a shield. Do you have any magic items for sale currently?
Not that much, aside from this and no, honestly speaking, I only got here it was about 11 days ago, so I haven't had that much time to spread my wings amongst the items here. Though I am working on something, which should be ready in a few days.
What do you got?
Again, nothing useful for combat purposes. I'm more so experimenting at the moment, but it's where is it? I'm working my way up to an item that's a shield item that is able to better deflect ranged attacks. I think I'll call it an arrow catching shield. But as for right now, I'm more so just simply working on minor items, some simple things like some armor that merely changes appearance and is easier to clean and stuff like that. Working my way up, as I haven't dabbled in this for too long. I've mainly just been learning magic my entire life. But I think I'm getting somewhere. And the Meldorf pats him on the back and says, "Yeah, he's coming along nice and fine. I think with a few more months in the smithy, he's gonna make something fine. Give it to the king." And Horman, he puts a hand on his neck and says, "Oh, well, I wouldn't go that far, but thanks." And Dwarf turns back to you and says, "So, what, so you want, a shield?"
Yes, please. And if you think of any cool enchantments that could go on it, let us know.
Alright. And as for my wife's duty, you're looking for some armor made of that hide, potentially? Or, maybe spice things up? Try your hand at accessorizing?
Did anyone want anything made from the hide?
Probably not.
Wait, is a breastplate metal or?
A breastplate is metal.
So you can probably make a breastplate out of other materials if you found something equivalent, like dragon scales.
No, but dragonhide wouldn't cut it then.
Okie dokie.
Or would it make? Could you make?
No. When I use that breastplate terminology, I was more so talking about it in terms of quantity.
Yeah, I know.
Like not enough for a full set of armor, but more so just enough to cover someone's chest.
Yeah, but I have 2 armors,
Yeah.
So the scales are being used for the shield.
Mm-hmm.
With the hide, is there any benefit to having a piece of clothing made out of it that isn't armor?
I mean,
It would look dope.
With my wife doing it, I can assure you it will look nice. But aside from that, unless we have a way of enchanting it for it to do something useful, no, not really. And the other two nod in agreement, saying the say Horman, he says, yes, dragons, they as your friend said to you, they magic power in a dragon's hide and body fades rather rapidly when they pass. So trying to make a useful item out of this when we don't have that much, it's difficult, to say the least. That's why, from what I know, it takes an entire dragon to make about a full set of dragon armor for it to actually be strong enough and potent enough in durability to stand up against the best of armors. That's why it's such a highly sought after piece of equipment. And you see the male dwarf. A tear sort of forms in his eyes and pats him on the back and says, "See, you are learning. What I tell you."
Alright, well, does anyone need some new shoes?
No.
Well, you know me. I'm not really on the front lines, am I? So I'm alright.
And you're not really on the floor. You got your broom.
That's fair. I don't really walk.
Shoes are for peasants, according to Maury.
Yes, I actually don't need shoes, or legs for that matter. I'm gonna replace both my legs with 2 broomsticks.
Don't say that. Aspen will actually willingly do that to you.
I'll do it to him first. Her. It's always so difficult.
Okay. So
I would like to buy the bracelet, and then I would also have a. Wait, where the fuck is 23? Then I would also have another question.
okay.
It's regarding to the forge in the castle, or the forge. How would I eventually, or kind of like pimp it up, so it could melt metal? If they have any tricks so I don't blow up the fucking castle?
You're saying this furnace is only used to cook food, is that right? Well,
Yeah, but I think a forge would be a bit difficult to install in this
right.
place.
Well, one thing I can suggest is, I think the first thing you need to do is create more space to burn more fuel. That way the flames can get hotter. So maybe try and dig out an area to have more space for fuel. Then after that, he sort of goes through the motions of telling you. He says, "Would you like to come back here and have a look at the forge here, miss?"
Yeah.
He takes you through and sort of shows you the forge and describes the inner workings of it, and sort of how hot it can get, and if you need more oomph to it, and do this, do that type thing. And you've got a pretty good understanding of what to do now.
Yep.
And he says, "I must say, your armor is very interesting."
Oh, thank you. I'm an artificer.
Ah, so you're what Horman's trying to be.
Yes, basically.
Well, boy, maybe she can give you a few tips, eh? And he says, well, I don't want to impose on her or anything.
It wouldn't be a bother. I don't fucking.
Oh, well, okay. You can see he's nervous, sort of being put on the spot.
If you want, I can come back later. Take the project I'm working on with me.
Oh, sure. That I'd love that. Yeah. Please come back. And you see the dwarf sort of smirk and says, "We'd love to have you back. I don't believe we caught your name or any of yours for that matter."
It's Aspen.
It's nice to meet you, Aspen. And your friends?
The rock boy is Dolo. The fiery nerd is Mori, and the redhead is Saren.
The redhead.
Yeah.
Wow. You have very
Have a
interesting ways
very
of describing your
delicate way.
friends.
They're more my companions.
Well, seems that you have some very lovely companions, miss.
I do.
Well,
And Rockboy is my brother.
well, I don't want to be rude, but I don't see the resemblance. Are you adoptive siblings?
Yeah,
Ah, I see.
we got adopted by a fire genus.
It's a very confusing family you have there.
Yeah,
Well,
takes quite a lot of time to wrap your head around it.
yes. Well, no matter. I think we've spent enough time chit chatting. Let's say we get on with your order. Um,
How much would it be for the bracelet?
for that bracelet,
Yeah,
it is 50 gold.
yeah, I'll hand him 50 gold.
You see Horman's face sort of light up a bit as you buy this, and says, I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. I'm just saying bracelet of
Uh,
water.
bracelet. Where did I put it?
No, it's okay. I just called it bracelet of fuckery. It's like,
No, I have the name somewhere. Bracelet of adornment.
my god, it's such a hard word. Okay.
Essentially, it doesn't need attunement, and you can just you wear it, and you can essentially have any sort of design within reason. No sort of expensive, like 20,000 gold diamonds on it or anything, but more so just basic stuff in it.
Okay. Oh my god, my eyes hurt.
You good?
I don't know.
Okay, and as for the dragon scale, let me see if I can get a price for that.
I think I'm sniffing too much hobby glue.
That'll do it.
I feel like you got to move it further from your face when you're doing it.
Kinda too late.
Okay, what's the
I actually wasn't joking when I said I was sniffing bleach at work.
That's concerning.
Okay,
I know.
so a dragon scale shield. Considering that you guys provided the resources, or part of the resources, charge you 100 gold for him to make the shield.
Ah, good price.
Well, you guys brought the big ingredient, so it's down considerably.
Cool.
And I'm also giving him his apprentice a lesson. Or lessons.
Okay.
But for me, it's a free workforce.
I see what you're doing.
Seeing as Asper is helping your apprentice, what say you turn this hide into a nice new pair of boots for Saren?
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea. I think I can do it for. Let's see. I think, seeing that you've provided the materials, I think around 30 gold will suffice.
So it was 100 for the shield?
100 for the shield.
30 for
Cool.
the boots.
30 for the boots.
I'll put the money on the counter.
Pleasure doing business with the lot of you. We should be done by tomorrow. He looks to his wife and says, I should be done by then. Sweet. Come back tomorrow afternoon. We should have the stuff ready for you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Come again.
Thank you very much. Go again.
Okay. So, you guys get all that stuff sorted. And then you head out of the castle, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Now, does anyone want to do any other shopping or such? We can speak through it.
No.
No?
I am done.
You're done? Okay, in that case, you guys are back at the yawning portal. You see, let's see, let's go back to the yawning portal. And currently, who is in here? Let's see. So, Turnidax and Vivula are not inside. Polita is also not there. Lingradel is not there. And Leroy is not there. I need to get Dernan's token. Where did I put his token? No, I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So, you guys are in the tavern. Lishu is over at this table here with Yola, practicing sort of with bandages and a medicine kit.
Is Nimic actually in here?
Yes, Nimic is in here. He's sitting with these assortment of people here. Moonlight's there with them.
I'll head over to him and thank him for passing on the messages earlier and ask if I'd be able to get the rock off him.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Here you go. I did try to look around town, see if I could find another one of these, as I did think it would be useful for our party, but couldn't find any, which is a shame.
Yeah, they're definitely worth having.
Can I actually learn him or teach him how to do like a magic embedded 10-word message into an item?
Who?
The Nimic. Since he's so cool. He's a cool nerd, you know?
You probably could.
Ah, fuck it. It's too much work.
You're literally an artificer, probably lore-based, one of the most hard-working classes there is.
No,
Job,
he's
guys, we have a
a,
lazy artificer.
he's a bard at heart. He's used to just walking and getting his way.
Anyways.
I yell Kobe and toss the rock to Saren.
Wait, I can just catch that, right? I don't need to make a check for that.
No, she doesn't know what Kobe is.
It's a blessing for good luck in your throw.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say you don't need a roll.
Okay, thank God.
I'll be nice.
I catch
I
and
will
put
be a
rock
merciful
back.
DM. Torchic wants you.
Everyone mark the date. It's not going to happen often.
Saren caught a thing.
No, Mac being a merciful DM.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually quite clear.
But yeah, I don't really have any other stuff I'll be doing in my downtime, so if anyone has things to do.
done, basically. I
Okay.
think it's just Mori and Lucia going to look at tattoos.
Mech already knows.
Yeah.
So
That has to wait a bit.
Yeah.
Well, mine has to wait a bit because I need the
Yeah.
funds.
The only thing I'll do is head over to the castle and with the dragon head and work on my project there and try and teach the fucker. I forgot his name.
Horman.
Yeah.
It's like Norman, but Horman.
Horny.
No, Horman.
Would you like me to do
but
another?
Yeah.
but in Norwegian that means a whoreman. Like
Yeah, can
a
we just
whore.
call him a gigolo?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do another medicine check?
Sure, go ahead.
E. No. Dirty 27.
All right. So yeah, by the end of the sort of midway through the third day, you've pretty much mastered the basics. And Ulysses to you, well, I don't have anything more to teach you.
Well, you were a good teacher. You
Well,
got in there pretty easily.
well, no, thank you, but it's your hard work. You achieved it.
At first it was confusing, but it got easier. Now I'll have to go find one of those hospitals to master it, I guess.
Yeah, there should be some in the sea and north ward of Waterdeep.
I want to walk up to Mori. Do you need anything from like a hospital area?
thinking about that, I'm not quite sure. Possibly some extra health potions wouldn't be a bad
Because
idea.
I'm gonna head up and try and learn how to use this healer's kit a bit more better. Eula's
Well,
taught me all
that's
she could.
not a bad idea. I suppose if you get a few books on the matter and some health potions, that'd be quite agreeable.
That'd be good. Get some books on what herbs and shit.
Anything on the matter would be more than acceptable. If they cost too much, feel free to just bill
I
me for
did
it later.
I did get a few gold from selling some stuff from the castle.
I think we're all gonna get some stuff from selling for the castle, so
Well,
it'll work out.
Sold some plates, some armor that none of us are really gonna use.
Yeah, no, I honestly don't have much to buy from a hospital, honestly. We're quite self-sufficient as a party, aren't we?
Yeah.
You
Never
can
know.
you can buy dying patients.
I don't think the hospital will sell potions.
If the price is right.
I'll be real, I thought he said by patient.
Me too.
Yeah, I said patients.
Oh, okay. I assumed
That's
what
even
everybody,
worse.
based on what other people said, I thought you meant potions.
No,
Why are we
I
buying
meant
people?
dying patients. We could
Dying
experiment.
patients.
I'll
We could experiment.
if they have potions, I'll buy them and I'll bully all of yous. I'll get enough for 2 each.
But no patients.
No, I'm
No,
going
we're
to be
not
learning
buying
how to
patients.
treat patients.
Yeah, you could experiment on them.
Not experiment, heal.
Yeah, you could heal them.
Heal is in quotation marks, by the way, there.
Yeah, I thought it was obvious.
I would very much like to heal someone, not fucking stab them in the chest.
Yeah, but practice makes perfect.
Do you want me to practice on you? That's
don't
what I
see the
thought.
point in practicing on me. I'm not dying. If
I
you
can
buy
make
a
you die. Dolo knows I'm good at that.
Wow, are you bragging about killing party
You gotta really
members?
stop bragging about that.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad look.
Mm.
And that comes from the ones telling you to buy dying patients.
God. This is gonna end up in an all-out brawl. Let's take bets now, people.
If God is here,
James looks over at this conversation and cocks his head to one side and squawks.
thanks, James.
Aspen, I think you should stay away from hospitals.
Why?
Very much agree.
I'm super nice to. I almost said no one to.
Okay.
I meant
Goddamn
all the
Definitely stay
Luigi.
away from hospitals.
I meant all the people.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the closest ward.
You're in a ward right now.
Point it to me.
You point to. What do you want pointing to?
A ward.
You're currently in the castle ward,
No, we're in the yawning portal,
which is in the castle ward.
which is in Waterdeep.
Yes.
I'm leaving.
Well, good luck, Tim.
Dolo is incredibly confused by this.
As you're leaving, Lushu, you'll ask, "Do you mind if I come with you?
No, sorry. No.
I'm interested to learn a bit. See if I can learn a bit as well."
Is no problemo.
Sweet. Yeah, you
Just make
two-
sure Dernan doesn't need you.
Sure, he's fine. Dolo's there to rough up people if needed.
Dernan's yelling at me for eating all of the pretzels at the
I
bar.
wouldn't trust him to cook the food though.
Well, Donan's not the worst cook.
I wasn't talking about Dernan.
Yeah, Dolo's not allowed in the kitchen. We know from previous experience. So
That's good.
so Luciu, as you're walking towards the North Ward, you're walking along chatting with Eula, and you feel the center of your right palm begin to burn, and you look down at the mark, and the branding of sorts from the contract, it's glowing of sorts.
That's an issue.
And you hear a voice. It sounds like it's right behind you, but you look around, there's no one there. And it says to you, "Keep heading where you are going. We will meet soon."
Eula, can you do me a favor?
Yes, what is it?
You might need to bring Dolo in the mask.
Oh,
Here's someone talk to me.
oh, is, oh,
They just keep telling me to go this way, so I'm gonna just have to send you back and do it.
no, you're coming back with me. I'm not letting you go on by yourself. Come back, we get them together.
I don't think they will hurt me.
Whether or not they will, I'm not running that risk.
Does anything happen if I try and turn back?
No.
How far away were we?
You were starting to enter the North Ward, so it took you about an hour and a bit to walk.
Eula, I'm sorry, but I have to. I'm just gonna contact Dolo. I'm not gonna risk it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast sending to Dolo.
Alright.
Bad voice, come North Ward. Emergency.
Where in the North Ward?
Entrance. North Ward entrance.
Like the North Gate or the
entrance to the North Ward from West Ward.
So let's go to Waterdeep map.
Mech, did you see the map I sent you?
Yes, I did. You can use that. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
So wait for it to load in. There we go. So, North Ward. So the Yawning Portal is sort of right there-ish. Yeah, Yawning Portal's right about there. Let me put a dot on it.
I like this map. It's very clean looking.
Yeah, it's nice. And Lushu would be about there, where the dot is.
Wait, what is City of the Dead?
It's a part of Waterdeep.
Is there dead people there?
You don't know. You've never been there.
You could ask me.
I'll send a more detailed message to Dolo. Come to the entrance of North Ward, main road of Market. Bad voice in head.
Oh, you mean Soldown Street. I'll be there soon.
I do sound panicked, and
I will rally and get everyone over. We'll all head out.
Okay. All right.
And I'll let Dernan know what we're doing and what's happening. He might want to get the Harpers involved.
Okay. All right. Well, Dernan says, no, there's enough of us here. I can send some to scout the area. But if we all go, I think it will be enough.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you see, Dernan takes his sword, sort of straps it, he puts it in his bag of holding that he carries on his side. He's going for an unarmed sort of appearance, and he says, "Whoever we're about to deal with, I suggest we all take on an appearance of non-threatening. For I'm not sure what they are capable of doing to you, Dolo. So we hear them out. Base it off that."
What? Is it threatening to walk in full plate with no weapons? Or is it more retarded?
You always look retarded. Don't worry about it.
It's
Yeah,
up,
I always look retarded.
up to you how you approach. You said try be non-threatening. How would Aspen interpret that? That's for you to decide. Okay, so with the help of Dernan and Dolo navigating, you end up there in about 45 minutes. And I think
quick
I think
question.
the people who would be there, so let me just clarify. This time period is a couple days. We skipped over a couple days. So it's the third day that you guys have been in Waterdeep now. And that's when this is happening. And around this time, I think, Maury, you would be studying. You would probably still be studying at the Blackstaff Tower if you're just going there every day, sort of deal.
I do have a room though, so probably.
Yeah. So you would be there at that time. Saren.
Is it like a university where you have a roommate and bunk beds?
Yeah, the tower in of itself is sort of a
It's
university.
like a boarding school.
Yeah, it's like a boarding school.
It's like a boarding school for retarded wizards.
It's got a uni, but it's
No,
also
Aspen, that's where you're from.
got sort of high school levels. It's not really fit for elementary level education. but there are some young wizards that definitely gifted that are in there.
More gifted than Mori?
Who knows?
Mm.
But yeah, so I don't think Mario would be there. Seren, what would you be doing over the past few days? You've researched as much as you could. You've gotten recipes. Would you just sort of be tagging along, maybe playing with TOTYP and such?
Yeah, probably. Or I'd be bothering Mori because entertaining.
I've got to track down Mori anyway, Mech, because he has the other mask.
No, I do.
Uh,
I have
held
one,
on
you
to
have
it.
the other.
Didn't
I
we
thought
take it
Mori
from
held
you?
on to it.
No, he just
Yeah.
left it in the bag.
I threw everything into the same bag, and I handed it back over to Lucia at the end of it all.
Ah, okay. Well,
So,
if you don't have it, I would like to find Mori before we go, if that's possible.
Okay. Well, you know he's at the tower, which is about here. So I would say at most it'd take you about an hour to get there.
Is Saren with him?
I would say so. Saren would be in one place or the other. So
Cool. I will call on the Cell Rock.
Avengers Assemble.
And I'll give her directions to where we're meeting Luciu.
okay.
Bring Mori.
Wait, would I still be at the forge? At the smithy?
I would say so. If you've gone there every day, then you would be at the smithy during this time.
Okay.
And Luciu, you'd have your shield.
Yeah.
My new shield.
A dragon scale shield.
Yeah. So it's essentially a +1 shield. Gives you resistance to acid. And
Dragon. What skin? What shield? Dragon what?
dragon scale shield. It's a +1 shield. You have advantage on saving throws against the frightful presence of dragons, and you get resistance to acid damage. I'm taking away 2 features because it's not a piece of armor, it's a shield.
It doesn't say it has a magic item.
Yeah, there's no dragon scale shield.
Okay.
So you'll just have to take a +1 shield. Let me just copy let me copy a description and send it to you. Let me put in general. Well, wearing the shield.
So since I have one resistance, do I have? I don't get immunity, do I?
No.
need 4.
So +1 bonus to AC along with the additional with the shields +2, so +3 to AC. Advantage on saving throws against frightful presence of dragons and gain resistance to acid damage. Does require attunement.
Oh, it requires attainment.
Yes.
Do I still get the +1 without attunement?
Yes.
Oh. Okay, well I won't attune to it yet.
Yeah, you just don't get the resistance or the frightful presence advantage saving throw thing.
Okay.
But you do get the +1.
Cool.
Okay. So, are you guys getting Aspen? as well.
Do I know where Aspen is?
You Aspen, would you have told them that you're going to the castle smith every day?
No, but if they've seen me walk there twice, I feel like it would be
Well,
kinda
unless they were stalking you, they would know you head out of the yawning portal. They wouldn't know where you go.
If someone asked me if I wouldn't divulge that information on a voluntary basis. But if they asked me, I would tell them.
I feel like it's natural it would come up in conversation. Like, oh, how was your day? What did you do?
Yeah.
Alright. So you can assume that Aspen is at the castle.
Okay.
So
Well, that's right nearby, so I'll run up to the castle and then start heading towards Luciu.
okay.
Is Dern coming?
Yes, Dernan's coming.
Very good.
Yeah. Dernan's coming and let's see. Do you want the entertainers to come along? Well, some of them, anyway. Some of them aren't there.
Who is there?
The ones who are there are Zorg, Vivilla, and who would be there? Zorg, Vivilla, and Nimic.
I'll ask them, but this is more of a you guys sort of have a right to know what happens more than I'm asking for help.
Okay. Well, Zorg says, well, I'll be honest, I feel kind of bad for letting you go down during that fight, so if this is a way to help redeem that, then I'll tag along. And Nimic says, I don't think it's a good idea to go, mainly because if the people you're going to see control essentially where the Dolo lives or dies, having a massive force go towards them wouldn't be ideal. So I might sit this one out. But I don't want you to think that I don't want to help you. I don't think it's wise to bring such a massive body there. And Vivilla says, I feel the same. While I do wish that we could help, I think we might be doing more harm than not if we go. Plus, you're all very capable, so I think you should be fine, should something come up.
Well, we'll let you know how it goes.
Indeed. Okay. So, you make your way there. Luciu, you and Eula have essentially you sort of just stopped in place, just sort of sitting down on a bench nearby.
I am visibly sweating, by the way. I'd like to say that.
Yep. And Eula says to you, whatever happens with this, what's about to unfold, I think the best course of action is to try to avoid a slugfest, as
Don't want anything.
as Dernan puts it. I don't want to risk your friend's life.
Neither do I.
Should we disrupt their operations? As awful as it sounds, I think that might be our only option. But
Definitely does sound like it.
we shall see. You guys all eventually meet up. Lucia, you spot. Actually, no. Yola spots the group first and says, "Here they come. Oh, there's quite a lot of them." Lucia, you see the group of you see everyone, including Dernan and Zorg, there. Walking.
Glad you guys could make it.
Dernan says, "Yeah, well, this is important."
So where are we going, Lucia?
It just said continue north.
Alright. I start heading that way.
Okay. So you continue north for a while.
I want to kind of like skip my way forward to seem less threatening.
Yes, a figure in heavy plate armor,
Plonk, plonk,
skipping
plonk, plonk,
skipping down
plonk,
the
plonk.
road.
Lightning
Yeah.
crackling off her hands.
Very non-threatening. Okay.
I would like to uproot the castle really quickly.
Okay, so you guys continue down the northward here. Where Lucia, you once again, your palm feels warm, and you hear the voice in your head again saying, "Continue on a little further."
Why did he turn British?
My name is Siri.
You leave Siri alone. She can be British if she wants.
My bad.
It said to continue forward.
Supposed to.
I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry, Aspen, kind of.
Yeah, I know. Continue on a little further. Bring the masks and just yourself.
I stop everyone and he's telling me to go alone.
Going off all this, if Saren was mid me and told me the direction of what was going on mech, and I was at the tower, what I probably would have done was immediately drop everything, inform Danilo, and then cast non-detection and invisibility on both myself. Well, on myself, and on the broom. And start flying that way with Saren in tow.
See, I thought they came and got us and we just all moved there as a group.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember what happened there.
So Dolo and the group went and got you after they picked up Aspen. And
I thought it was to meet them up.
No, I messaged with the rock.
Oh,
and then Saren got Mori.
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking about, because they never actually picked us up. I didn't remember. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, my bad.
I wanna switch armor, because I have another one in my backpack, and I wanna do a stealth roll with advantage. Do you wanna cast Pass Without a Trace, Wako? Because I feel like no one is gonna follow the come along.
I look at Lucia. What do you reckon?
I don't know if they see any of yous, they will just kill you on the spot.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna cast invisibility on myself.
They may have something to prevent it. We don't know. These guys, we don't know how strong they are.
Well, it's
If I die, I die.
It's not you that's dying, it's Dolo.
Well, if they both die, they both die.
On the other hand, though, they can't threaten to kill me.
Yeah, they
I looked
kind
at
of lost their trump card.
I looked at Dernan and Eula. I don't know what to do.
Well, Eula says. Well, first off, Dernan says, Dolo, they've got your life on the line. I want to hear what you want to say about this, and then I'll voice my opinion. What do you think we should do?
I don't think Lucia going by himself is a good idea.
Yola speaks up and says, of course it's not. We don't know what they'll do to him.
But they can only threaten me, so if I'm the one that goes with him, they can't threaten me, you know what I mean?
Yola looks around for a moment, and then you hear her voice in all of your heads, and she says, they might not know essentially who I am, so they might just see me as an innocent bystander. Maybe I should go with Lucia.
Just a counterpoint, you really think they care about if you're an innocent bystander?
I do think Dolo should come, since the last time I took the mask, he knocked me out. I want him to have the choice. You did make a fuss about it after all.
Look, if Lucia and I head up and we don't know what you guys are doing, then we can't be held liable for what you guys do.
I was actually going to suggest that exact thing.
And then I'll turn around, grab Lucia's arm, and start walking.
Before you leave, can I cast Pass Without a Trace?
It follows me.
Yeah, it follows Dollar. It
Yeah.
would be used to us anyway.
Okay. Okay, I'll just roll stealth. So about 18 on the stealth, and then I cast invisibility on myself.
I would like to jump on the back of Maury's broom, and I can also cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Hey, her. I will cast
You guys
non-detection.
maybe want to not be in the middle of the street doing this?
Oh yeah, obviously we
No,
would
we
move
would have
out
done
of...
this probably at the tower.
Yeah.
I casted non-detection on both myself and Sarah, and cast invisibility on myself. Tell Danilo what we're doing, and hopefully Danilo comes to help us. That is the plan. So I probably am just like hovering over you guys. I'm not even sure you know I'm here yet.
I do hope that our top priority is keeping you alive, Dolo.
Hey, I ain't gonna be dying anytime soon. I know I'm gonna live.
This again?
Okay.
Although it's not been proven wrong, so
Let's get this.
before we go anywhere, I'd like to
You
pop
kinda-
into. Oh?
You guys kind of just want to let Dolo die to prove him wrong?
Maybe.
No, because I've killed him too many times, and if I, I would become a pacifist if Dolo actually did die.
So do we just let him die?
What were you gonna say?
Out of curiosity, Mac, by telling Danilo what's happening, what would he do?
Well, so Danilo's reaction.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So Danilo's reaction to this was, well, I'll send word to see if some of the Harpers can help you out, though. I might join in a moment. I do need to take care of something first.
Okie dokie.
Do be careful.
As we always try. Doesn't always work out, but we'll try. on the way there, presumably after leaving Danilo to his work and cloaking up and invisibility up, probably would be shit. I'd like to drop by the party, even if they can't see us at some point, and just peep out.
You could see it as we could meet up when they had that discussion about Luciu having to go in alone, because that would
Yeah.
just be convenient, really, more than anything, if Mech lets it.
Ben, mechanical question outside a game. What weapons do you use again?
I use dual short swords.
Those are finesse weapons, right?
They are finesse and light.
Okay. Popping by the party as everyone's about to leave. I'm just gonna say out the word. You can't see me, by the way. Hey, Dolo.
Yes, Orcus?
I am your conscious, actually.
We
You
don't
haven't probably
talk
heard
much.
from me in a while.
Next you hear this woo from
Yeah,
Saren
no,
trying to make you scared.
So this was me and Saren's gimmick. We're gonna be giving you some support from the sky, and hopefully we're not gonna be seen doing it.
Fireball.
Something like that.
What you're saying is I
not-
have an AC 130 following me.
Wait,
So what do you want?
There's not much we can really do to help you directly as it is. You're kind of on your own here. Well, apart from the fact we'll be in the sky.
And
There
you've got
was,
Luciu.
and you've got Lucio and Espen by you. There was one other thing we did pick up from the castle I've been holding on to. Wasn't really sure what we'd use it for at any point, but I chuck a bottle at him, and I give him enough time to catch it, hopefully.
A bottle just appears out of nowhere.
Come on, you
Explodes
deck
on my forehead.
Fucking pick it up!
Uh-huh.
This is the potion we picked up from the castle. It was the potion of cloud giant strength. As in, the biggest of them all, nearly.
Oh, I
Wow.
want to give him my I have a potion of haste.
Yeah, so, possibly either you, I believe, could utilize it the best. Otherwise, maybe Dernan over there might be able to utilize it better. But it's a small token that I can provide, if nothing else.
Kind of funny thing with rogues, or the only requirement for sneak attack is that your weapon be finesse or
I
light,
know.
whatever it is. You can still use your strength.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I asked. You're not using something like a fucking bow or something random. I don't know, just in case. But yes,
so what does that set my strength to?
it will set it to
28.
27, my good sir, out of a numerical standard if you had to take it.
And
So
what
a
was my
+8.
modifier?
Your modifier at that
9?
stage is a +8. No, not
Plus my proficiency, so plus
yeah,
12.
so
Yeah.
yes. So either you use it or give it to Dernan. I don't particularly mind, but if you're going in there and whatever the hell we're facing, just
Alright.
just don't die.
Yeah, I pop up next to him. I'm in invisibility, but I hand him the haste spell.
All right. While I'm at
I
it,
put both potions on my belt.
I'm gonna use
So,
my.
hang on, is it
Huh?
not smarter to at least split up the potions in case, I don't know, Dolo gets knocked out?
Possibly.
Like, he's gonna walk in with Luciu, is it not smarter to give them one each? Just in case, because, if Dolo goes down because they decide to take his soul back, like...
Alright. Which one do you want?
I can take the strength. I have a sword that boosts off it.
Sure.
Okay. Next of all, the only other thing I can really provide would be these two, and I chucked 2 cards towards the party basically. I'm not gonna be able to do much else, but this should hopefully help out. I'll be utilizing the trap card feature here, Mech.
I said a trap card. Face
Yeah,
down.
pretty much. So this should hopefully help you out. But otherwise, we'll be watching from the skies. Good luck to you all.
What cards have you set?
Silvery barbs.
Silvery Vibes, gotcha.
And on top of that, I will, well, one of them silvery bards. Actually, do I want anything else? Shit, I'll add a shield in there as well. One silvery bard, one shield.
Okay.
I look to Yola real quick and I'll be like, if something happens, I'm gonna have to be forced to use magic.
Mac.
Before I get to you, Casper, Yola just looks at you, Luciu, and she says,
It's not gonna be my first choice, but if it has to happen,
I understand. Just
it's not my first choice. I'll tell you that.
she sighs and says, "Don't make it come to that."
I start heading north with Dolo.
What did you want to say, Casper?
I would just want to ask a question. Is there any buildings or rooftops that I can climb on top of and follow Dolo and
Yeah, there is.
Luciu? Yeah.
Yeah,
So preferably, yeah.
I'll say you can go into an alley and sort of get up on like a sort of a dumpster bin of sorts, and then climb your way up with the help of Zorg.
Yeah, and if it helps, I have, or if it matters, I have 35 movement speed when I wear my other.
Yeah,
I'm already down 3 spell slots. Shit.
Wizards.
How do they work?
What do I do? I don't know.
Okay.
Can we take a short rest really quickly?
Okay. So, Luciu and Dolo, you are leading the charge, just the two of you. The others haven't moved while you guys are making your way down. And up ahead, sort of in this crossroad here, you notice that there's a severe lack of civilians and bystanders. It seems deserted almost. And as you sort of continue onward, make your way to the crossroad, Luciu, the mark on your hand, in your palm, burns again, and it says to you, "Here is fine."
I brought the other one with the mask, if that is okay.
As you say that, stepping out from the alley in front of you, where you thought you could see clearly down, but very, not heavily obscured, but almost invisible, in one of the small shadows in the alleyway in front of you, out appears a... where did I put the picture? Let me find it. Let me pop it in general. So, minus the sword, there is this figure that is wearing this sort of full plate armor, though the armor looks much more mobile than regular plate armor. The way it's not creaking at all when it sort of steps towards you, and it's got this fiendish design to it. Steps forward, and in response to your in response to what you said, Lucia says, "That is fine. It is good he is here." And emerging behind him in the alley once again is another, almost identical, armored individual, slightly taller than the one who is talking to you. And individual says to you, "I think you know why we are here. Time to pay up."
I'll give you my mask first, and then I want you to remove the seal.
You are in no place to bargain with your friend's life on the line.
So, when we give you the masks, Orcus rescinds all control, rights, everything over us.
He never had control over you in the first place.
He's gonna stop trying to fucking talk to me in my head.
That depends on the master. But he is a noble god. So he should.
Insight check.
Provided you give us what he desires. Make an insight check.
I will do so as well.
Okay.
My insight is the goodest.
I will also.
Can I
do this.
help Luciu with that then?
I'm gonna re-roll and re-roll with advantage because you're helping.
Okay. Okay, so
24.
So the only people that would be here by now are Mori and Aspen. The others are
And Saren.
catching up. Well, and Saren.
Saren's
Yeah,
on my
Saren
brain.
is
Saren as
also.
well. Yeah, I forgot.
I'm pretty sure like everybody would be nearby.
Okay.
Can I roll
Yeah, use
an
honest truth.
investigation?
First off, Mori, how far away are you from this conversation?
I'll be about 50 feet up, possibly near a rooftop, so I'm a little bit obscured.
Okay, well, I will need you to make a perception check first to see if you can hear what they're saying.
Okay, all good. Perception is +2, +1.
I'm glad I have lucky. It helps a lot. I
18
don't
in this
shit.
case.
18? Yeah, you can make out what they're saying. And your insight was 12?
12.
Quick question, Mac. The last time I used lucky, was that a day or two ago?
Yeah, it's been you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that would be my first
it's
lucky.
it's your guys' third day in Waterdeep, so you've had long rest and such. And Aspen, what were you gonna say?
Can I roll investigation to see if there's any more people? Or anything sketchy about the area, like people on the rooftops,
That would be
other than me?
That would be a perception.
That would be a perception,
Yeah.
not an investigation.
Yeah, perception.
Wait, let me just fix it. Okay.
Would I also be able to use my perception check to check for anything around the area?
I would say you'd be more focused on trying to hear what they were saying, or you can choose which one you would like.
Nah, and hearing is way more important.
Okay. Okay.
Mori would just be paying attention first of all, just to see.
So Aspen, as of right now, there seems to be no one else around aside from the two figures that are standing opposite Dolo and Luciu. Mori, you do make out what they're saying. That insight. You can tell that the armored figure is being honest. Orcus is a noble god. And
Well, or at least he believes it, right?
it seems like.
Okay, now.
It's the same for you as well, Luciu.
I pull out my mask and I chuck it to him.
Okay, I have a really bad fucking plan.
Good. And
Wait,
the other
was
one.
that good to the bad plan? Or
No,
And
that was
the
the
other
fiend
one.
saying good for passing off
Oh.
the mask.
Oh, I need to check something.
And the other one.
It's not in my possession.
I pull out my bag of holding and pull out the mask. Mech, can I quickly just look over the mask before I do anything with it, see if there's been any change since I last inspected it?
There's been no change.
Alright.
Looks just as you last had it.
I would like to toss it to them, but can I deliberately make it land at the feet of the nearest one?
Sure.
Orcus only said the two we had. Any mask we have from now on doesn't count.
Provided you get any more.
I guess you don't want this green one then.
Roll deception.
So the one who's talking signals to the guy behind him, and the larger guy comes forth and picks up both the masks. And I will say you're about 20 feet away from each other.
Am I able to see any sort of distinguishing features about them?
Make a perception check.
That's probably a no, that's a 5.
Nope. Their armor, what you can tell, their armor is very well made. Looks very sturdy.
It likely came from minerals from underground near rocks.
One thing is that they do not seem to carry any weapons on them.
Now tell your god to remove the curse.
Once the masks have been picked up, the larger figure steps behind the one in front and says, "We thank you," and he snaps his fingers, and your flame your hand sort of burns for a moment in flame, and then the mark is gone from your hand. Hurts for a moment or two.
I give Dolo a pinch real quick.
Dolo,
Does it hurt?
it hurts a little bit, yeah.
More than when he smacked me?
It's about the same.
But that was a full slap.
Yeah, and a very numbed slap at that.
Okay. So, slight improvement.
And the figures say, "We thank you for your time. Do not try to follow us, as you will not be able to." And the figures slowly step back into the alleyway.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything before they go?
Mori was the one who said he had an idea.
No, only in case things went badly.
Well, see, Seren also had an idea, but I feel like grabbing it with Mage Hand is not going to work out well. So, Seren
you
didn't
could
say
try.
it.
Honestly, you could try. Come on.
I'm going
You're
to
both.
sending. Fuck me, that's like pretty much all my third level spells. I'm gonna use sending to talk with Dollar and on the ground and say, "Here's the chance. Do you want to do something now?"
Your call. I don't know. I have genuinely zero plan.
I will give you 20 seconds to make a call.
Yeah, nah. There was only 2 figures, weren't there, Mac?
Only 2 figures from what you saw, yes.
Okay, I want to Arcana check Ben to see if I can determine if he's actually had his curse removed.
You would need to be closer to do that.
I would be flying
Yep.
probably closer at this point, actually, but don't have enough time. Fuck, alright. I'm gonna turn around to Saren and ask, do you think we should do something? If we lose the mask, we're pretty much screwed.
I say I can fireball.
We're in the middle of a city.
Which again,
Your point?
which again, oddly enough, you don't see any civilians around in this entire area.
Okay.
Yeah, and who has that ever stopped?
Not Aspen!
And
I-
not
I-
Sherry either.
I say to Mori, yes or no?
God, I don't like this decision.
5, 4,
Alright.
3,
The
2.
big guy, he's holding both masks, right?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, he's about to fully sort of envelop himself in the shadows of the alley.
And too many casualties that could happen. Fuck. I'll let them go.
Okay, so the big guy steps into the shadows and seemingly vanishes. The slightly smaller individual, as he's walking off, turns back and he meets his gaze with you, Dolo, and then to you, Lushu, and he says, "Kill them all," and steps into the shadows, and you watch as on the rooftops, seemingly out of nowhere, one even appears right next to you, Aspen. There are about 16 figures that pop up on the rooftops, surrounding you all. And some have bows, some have weapons. And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Okay.
Next time, Saren is just gonna fireball.
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
full chance this
Because
was gonna
that's what
happen.
Saren would do. And Saren
He's
was
done
showing
it.
restraint, and Saren's not gonna do that anymore.
Mori was
Yeah,
like,
and I'm super cocked. I have no close range weapons.
we're
You are
just
invisible
getting here.
still.
There will be a
No,
map.
but
There will be a map for next week. And yeah.
I suppose it's I'm not gonna get an answer if I ask if I can actually spot the figures in the shadows, am I?
No, they seemingly vanish as they step into those shadows.
Okay.
oh, Sherry. I'm
Sherry's
almost
gone.
done.
What?
Gary's dead.
I'm almost done.
With what? Putting things together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you were so like a pussy about it, like just not doing it. I don't understand. If you're gonna spend money to buy them, why wouldn't you put them together?
All right, so
Yeah, but
next
he's
session.
kind of a big boy.
So next session,
session, Nick.
get ready for an encounter. Try out
already out of spell
try
slots.
out your level 8 shenanigans.
I got nothing.
Oh, boo-hoo.
No, I got more health, and then I got the fucking ASI.
Well, that's what level 8 is, unless you've multi-classed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have-
should have multi-classed. I got loads
Yeah.
of cool stuff.
I have 5 level 2 spell slots. I can't possibly lose.
I got level 3 stuff.
I got level 4.
Also, Mech, does the little phoenix, can it fly or no?
It can fly. You've spent enough time with it, you've sort of helped nurture it. It was just sort of on those first few days where it couldn't really fly all that well, but now that it's gotten more comfortable to being alive, you fed it and stuff, it can fly now.
Okay. Just because, like, otherwise, it at level 3 would be worse than an imp, which is sad.
No, it can fly, don't worry.
Search.
I am so tempted to just do Avengers Assemble when the next session comes.
Okay.
I've used so many spell slots just getting here. Feels bad.
Mech, are any of the enemies on the ground, or are they all on rooftops?
They are all on the rooftops.
Okay.
Aspen, you said somewhere right near Aspen, though.
One appeared.
Aspen was on a rooftop.
One appeared
Ah.
essentially 10 feet next to Aspen on a rooftop.
And I have no close quarters weapons.
Stop complaining, you're an artificer. Build something.
Build.
Oh yeah, I can build something within the 10 seconds he's gonna see me. Alright.
You should.
All right. Well, it's gonna be fun.